Wind on the microphone, though. I hope not. Hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Bruce All Research Channel, where we do actual, real amateur research. I got a beautiful gift from Julie and Floyd from Florida. Thank you so much. The Space Force that we all appreciate protecting. Thank you, Trump. Protecting mankind. Very serious. So I had this beautiful hat that my friend Julie sent me, and I wanted to wear it with pride. I'll never take it off. Hello, Darla. Look at the beautiful gift that Floyd and Julie sent me straight from the Space Force because I kept bugging her that I wanted an S from it. Thank you. Yeah, this I got to break it in. Once it's broken into Bruce's standards and flatter, because Bruce doesn't like his square corners, then I'll be okay. But this is a beautiful gift. Seriously, like very beautiful hat. You can be sure that she paid for it. That's for sure. USSF, a beautiful gift that I got from. So it goes with my clothing now. I'm all Space Forced out. Next, I'm going to be getting my Space Force pajamas. You guys know that I'm always talking about Space Force and whatever the hell's going on out there. And it's a beautiful gift. So thank you, Julie and Floyd, for this beautiful gift. How freaking awesome is that? My community even dressing me now. Julie's close to the launches. The Stats channel that's here. She's a mod, along with Gate Smasher. But they're close to Florida at this moment in time in their lives, and they go to some of the launches. So I think it's pretty cool. So I got this beautiful gift back from the community member, which sometimes, like Sab the Seeker and many other people, they just Dwayne send me stuff. Simon, C5 Circle, the image, aside from Peter Benton, contributions from everyone, of course. Hello, Mr. Benton. See you back again. Yes, I should be back, and the internet should be normal. Everyone in the stream, let's talk some serious talk. A lot of new news. Of course, Darla, thanks again for being here. Mix Mayhem, how's it going, brother? Hey, thanks. Happy holidays. It's true. My Quebec friends, Darla, everyone, happy Saint Jean Baptiste. Who is he? Well, it's a holiday here, so hey, guys, I'm not going to linger on it, but I thought it was funny. Any of you have monetized channels? Supposed to get paid the 21st, and like last month, they go a week with no reply. Now the bank doesn't have the money, but Google doesn't have the money either. So where does the money go, and who gets the interest for the money for that week? Must be a lot of people not getting paid, but I'll get paid in a couple of days, but it'll probably be Monday or something like that. I have an amazing community that appreciates my videos, and I really thank you all for the incredible comments. You guys and gals are definitely the inspiration here. Labana, thank you very much for being here, guys, and thanks for being members. I really appreciate it. Really, really helps the channel. Like those of you that come by and view the video, it gives me a view. If you leave a comment, it attracts more people. It's too bad that YouTube is like that. Thanks again, Babana. It's too bad that YouTube is like that. Yes, great Friday to you too. It'd be fun if it'd be more even. In other words, if Darla or Mix Mayhem posted a video about space, that no matter how big your channel is, that it would go around the internet. It would be best. That way the real good videos would rake in millions of views, and the bad ones would rake in hundreds of thousands of views. But it'd be more fair for everyone. Crimson Drums, as always, thanks for being here, you guys. Bruce was literally listening to Ryan Kramer last night, who was in the secret Space Force. Yes, sir, man. What was I going to say? I was missing a finger there. Julie, and the one that was awesome, kind to send me the hat because I'm like a big baby. That's not all she said. Hold on, actually. Yeah, she was cool enough, of course, to send me a couple, almost 3 stickers. I even got one on my telescope of the Space Force. Super cool. I'm going to glue one all over my car for sure. Front and back, most likely. I'm going to need the dice, Space Force dice in the mirror. No, but it's, you got to love these. nice gestures that people do, especially that I'm so far away from the States and I've never been to obviously anywhere near the Space Force. They probably wouldn't want me there. I'd probably be like a groupie trying to walk in and look around and do stuff, you know? Yeah, it was, Darla. It was a thoughtful gift. It was incredible. Along with, of course, like she always does, beautiful letter and words. Both her and Floyd, I really love you guys for it. Craig, how's it going, man? Yes, sir. It is nice to be back. I wasn't even able to do the last stream. So what happened, guys, is we had a big storm here, really big storm, and the wind took down. Actually, did not take down lines, but broke some of them, which they had no idea where it was. It was in this town. It was in the other town next to me also, and we were out of internet, and the phones were also cutting in and out. So a real hassle. But it seems now, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I shouldn't brag about it because I don't know what the hell to think of it. It takes me always 2 or 3 hours to upload a 12-minute video. Always, guys, 2 or 3 hours. The quality, obviously, I film in 4K. I used to film in 8K. The higher the quality of the video is and the bigger the file, the more blurry on YouTube it seems to be. And I changed formats, which really compress my file from being 21 jigs. A 12-minute video of the moon is 21 jigs, but I broke it down so that it becomes a jig or 2 jigs, a lot smaller. I was afraid it was going to affect the quality, but it seems it doesn't. If not, I couldn't upload. So I started uploading after they fixed the lines, and I hope you guys won't be too disappointed, but I might be uploading more videos more often because get this, it took me 1 minute and 28 seconds for a 5-minute video. And for the 12-minute video, it took me under 2 minutes. I didn't even have time to write in the description and everything. And the video was already uploaded. So I was like super happy. I said, yes, finally. It'll be faster maybe to upload videos, because if not, guys, honestly, I'd always be I would have been 30 minutes there. I know you guys that are into space would love long ones, but so people don't get bored, I strictly keep them under 15 minutes, even, short attention spans. Some people watch my video and you look in the comment section after that, I'm saying, I guess nobody saw this, or I guess nobody saw that, but try to keep them interesting at the same time, because anyone can just shoot out 20-minute videos a day to try to get, people to watch ads and stuff. And don't forget, I don't know about, on the members, I don't have ads, but there's a thing now that I guess YouTube puts ads even on channels that are not monetized, right? I think, because I see sometimes I go on some of your channels and whoop, there's an ad, and you go, whoop. That was done recently in 2021, I think, at the end of the year. Hey, thanks for being here, everyone. Rational Mind Riot, how's it going? Good afternoon. Thanks a lot, you guys, for stopping by. Thanks again, Peter. Whoop, he disappeared. Hold on here. Yeah, I'll be looking that up, Crimson Rums. Alyssa, hey, thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it, you guys. Mr. Rollins is in the house. Barb Weast, thank you so much, you guys. How's it going, Babana? Listen, guys, again, a great big thank you for all the support that you guys do in every way that helps the channel, which is greatly appreciated. Karen, how's it going? Karen, thanks for the amazing support, the ongoing support, and especially the comments and feedback back. It really helps. I know some of you go all out to deliberately just write something, hey, or something like that, and I really appreciate that. It does help the algorithm, especially since the channel is definitely shadow banned. I know it can sound arrogant saying that, but it has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that so a few UFO findings in my videos should have gone pretty much out there to everybody. That's how I look at it. Let me realign here. But Elias Barnes in the house. Hello again, guys. The contributions that you guys do and just the comments and supporting the channel really does help. And you could tell how many people are here, right? When you look at the comment section, we're really only 100 commenters, but then it's not everyone has time to comment or wants to comment. So we're a couple of hundreds, maybe 400 here, you know, and there's about 150 commenters, 100 commenters, which is cool. At one point, we had almost 1,000 commenters, but there were a lot of trolls, I guess. So maybe it's a good thing. But it's a real channel. A lot of the big channels say it. The big channels at 100,000 and plus, they say, you know, there's 100,000 subscribers, but you don't get 100,000 views all the time. Some do, but it doesn't mean there's 100,000 people watching all the time. Keith, afternoon, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Hey, Bern. Thanks again, Bern, for being here. Bern plays guitar. You guys can check out Bern's channel too. And does some space, like a lot of you all do. Watch Woman of the Dragon. Hello. Sorry if I missed you. Maybe I didn't. I'm getting forgetful with age. The portal, John. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know about you guys. I do believe that there is a UFO corridor where they go by all the time. One guy said, Bruce, could it be because you're in Quebec that you're seeing a lot more UFOs than like a lot of people? And of course. I'd like to think that it's maybe my energy that's attracting them, but I do honestly believe that there is a connection. Some people have a connection with the spiritual realm. Even if you don't understand it, some people do attract those. Some, you know, for whatever the reason, without necessarily understanding it. This is the UFO portal right here for truth. It's a bit much, but maybe not the portal, but Tracy, how's it going from Indiana? Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here again, you guys. Sorry about that. I heard, what was it? It was something they were talking about, but I have no info on that. But I did hear something like that, like some type of portal was over the White House. I would have heard that a couple of months back, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, Bill Doucette. Hey, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for being here, you guys. And again, for people that are here from Quebec, well, happy Saint-Jean-Baptiste, Bon Saint-Jean-Baptiste for people here in Quebec. And please don't drive around drunk, guys. I've seen that all the time during the holidays and stuff around here. You know, people are out driving, and we gotta watch our kids. No one else is watching out for them, eh? That's what we gotta say. Thanks again, Bill, for being here, eh? Hey, Chantal, Dutch greetings. Thank you very much. And lots of love for all. Gratitude to the one who sees all. Well, thank you very much, Chantal. I don't know if it's all, but boy, I see some. That's why I put the small a. I said, if I don't make a capital A, it's not all. It's all. I see pretty much. I guess some people are lucky to see things, right? Some people see things they don't want to see all the time. And it's sort of a pleasant surprise having always occurrences like that. And I don't believe in coincidences. Thanks again, Chantal, for being here and for the comments. Love you for it. Elias, Valhalla, thanks a lot, man. Bon Saint-Jean, bro. Attention à toi. Watch out for driving around. Take a taxi. Don't drive drunk. Elias, are you going out to any parades, or are you just staying home, a family? I'm here doing videos. I'll be doing videos because there's lots to see, and we have a rusting moon. Well, they say rusting, but it could be oxidizing, changing colors, even though it should not oxidize because the sun naturally causes Earth and the moon supposedly not to oxidize. Aha. Yeah, I look up those silly things now. Call my mother up sometimes and tell her these things. She's like, okay. What does that change? You know? Nothing, but I know this now. Oh, yes. 10-4. Thank you very much. Sansi, another great help to the channel, you guys. I get comments, and now it's really, really cool because I can see some of you have been here for a long time, and some of you even for many years. I love you for it. It's totally awesome. Feedback Fred. Bon Saint Jean, bro. Be safe, man. Don't drink and drive. I know you won't. But a lot of people do during these times, and be safe. And I don't know if you guys are going out to parades or just maybe having a cookout at home or something like that. I'll be very quiet. I'm doing the 2 streams today. I'll be working on the next video, and just loving my community, spending the holidays with my community here. Coffee. Hey, I'm on coffee at St. Jean-Baptiste. Look at me, Mom. Coffee at St. Jean-Baptiste. Not a big drinker, but everyone can have a beer or a glass of wine once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to slim down, trying to maintain the diet. I am. Il n'y a pas de chaud fromage, Aleos. Pas encore, mon œil correct. Pas encore de chaud fromage. Thanks again, Peter. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, we have a good gang here tonight. Darla, thanks so much for being here. Redhorn in the house. Thanks a lot, you guys. And for those of you who wondered if you missed the last one, Karen, thanks again. If you guys missed the 8 o'clock stream last week, no, and it's my fault. The connection was down, absolutely down. Hopefully it's going to be back for good now. The upload time for the videos now should be under 5 minutes. What? If that is so, I'm going to be doing tests, uploading some longer videos to see what happens. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to upload a quick 8, 9, 10-minute video just between the 2 streams, because I should be able to upload it for in under 10 minutes. So that's sort of a good thing. I'm totally tripped out right now because it's only jumped up once, the feed. It looks like everything is normal for the first time in my live streaming. I've never seen this calm like that. Usually it's jumping up and down, or maybe I'm alone. I'm kidding. Welsh Warrior, thanks a lot. The UK, some more people from the UK. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Sharon Yan Lucas, thank you. I always say Sharon Yan Luco, I'm sorry. English, French, hey? Sharon Yan Lucas, thank you. I like the name Lucas. Sounds dumb, mysterious. Hey, again, thank you. Sprad, the Paranormal here. Good day, Bruce All. Hello in chat. Thank you very much, Brad, for all the amazing support here, brother. I hope you're doing good, bro. Sprad Paranormal, guys. Another guy who has spiritual encounters, but he's doing videos of it, which I wish I was doing. That's my second love, man. If, if I wasn't doing this research, I would definitely have a channel like you and just do old houses, where there's spirits and stuff. But you look at the channels doing it, Sprad, they have a lot of funding, eh? It's a lot of money when you think of everything they're doing, the equipment and traveling and everything. But it's something that would be effing fun. Like if we're all really close and a bunch of teammates getting together, doing some researches and sharing our work on the channel. So it'd be awesome. Hit the like, then pop it. Hey, Redhorn, thank you very much. Wow, I appreciate that, bro. Hadn't thought of that one. Thank you. How am I with the time? Running late as always, but I'm trying. There's Klaus. Thanks, man. Darla, thank you, eh? So yeah, you guys, I was really lucky. Damn right. Hey, go ahead. You guys have links, especially those of you who are here all the time. You have sometimes a channel. Maybe you have a channel that you guys are selling something and have a link to your store or something like that. Don't be shy, guys. Of course, we'd never bombard the place with links because it's all focused on me. No, I'm kidding. But once in a while, don't be shy to ask a mod to drop in a link. There's absolutely no problem with it. Okay, that's enough. Love it. Bobana. Actually, I really like it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a song I used to sing with my aunt where we're traveling down the highway at one point way back on our way to Toronto or from Toronto or whatever. You know, where you add the Bobana in the word all the time, the banana or whatever. Like Bruce, Bobus, banana, Bobus, Fee, Fi, Momus, Bruce. So when I hear Bobana, it's also a funky name too, like Bobana. I love it. Good thing you told me, Bobana. San C, I would have been wondering, hey, I think I know this guy. I'd be saying, where's San C? He doesn't come anymore. Wow, the feed has not jumped up yet. I should stop talking about it, but this is awesome. So anyone seen the noctilucent clouds, which can be seen at mid latitudes? Apparently, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look up those up. Noctilucent. I heard of that with the lights, right? But Mixed Man, we're gonna be seeing a lot of new phenomena because of the sun. Alignment tonight, guys. Apparently, I have a very clear sky. I'll be outside. I expect to see an extreme amount of UFOs in the sky. Is it our space force that is traveling around? Thank you, Julian Floyd, for this amazing gift. You guys, I love you guys. Is it the space force that are traveling in the sky also amongst the UFOs? At one point, I think it's going to be impossible to detect everything, right? Like everything that's going to be in the sky is going to have a certain brightness to it. Just like everything on the surface of the moon has the same bloody reflectivity. No matter what you're looking at, what looks like a structure or not, everything looks that white or the blur. It's standard, right? No matter where you look on the moon. Lots of colors now popping out on the moon, and there's always been reds and yellows and all the colors, but that brown that seems to be really lingering everywhere, and also where Beresheet crash landed, there's lots of color change too. I wanted to mention that. I should have mentioned it a while ago. And these things take a long time to be able to prove and to look at. And again, it's not that we're proving anything. We have visual proof of seeing the color changes. It's just incredible. And I was looking years before, and I said I never had so much intense colors. Is it the atmosphere that's allowing us to see better? Is the moon getting closer? I mean, I don't know. That moon, they're definitely going to change the history of the moon and how it's locked in position, because locked in position describes the moon in no way at all saying locked in position. If you continually seeing the moon changing positions, whether it's Earth or the moon changing positions, we're both going to change positions if there's only two objects side by side. If one turns, the other one's going to change sides. I think the moon is more on a why. That was my neck that cracked, by the way. I think the moon is more on locked in position, locked in place in a wide area of many thousands of kilometers. That's where it's locked in place. Doesn't seem to be rotating. It definitely does not look like it's rotating with us simultaneously. When you guys look at the moon, do you actually visually think it looks like that? I'm not saying whether you believe it or not. Do you visually find that it looks like that moon and us, that we're both turning at the same time? You wake up in the morning and you just see that moon bouncing around everywhere. Oh, look, it's in the south now. Oh, look, it's in, yeah. Very mysterious, I find. Peter Benton's channel, another channel I appreciate and like stopping by to see. Grip Ripper. Ah oui, man. J'ai eu la chance d'avoir ça de Julie puis Floyd, un ami qui reste proche de la base présentement, puis ils vont voir les décollages puis tout là-bas. Chanceux. Very lucky to be able to see the launches and everything around not Cape Canaveral, but the Space Force. J'imagine qu'elle doit avoir payé une beurrée, le chapeau, parce que it must be expensive for sure. They're obviously just the Space Force logo. It also came with a free spaceship ride. I don't know if that's a real ticket. Grit Rippers in the house. Thanks, you guys, for being here. You guys can laugh because I'm a guy that is always placing my hat. Someone that has a hat is always going like this, always placing his hat, scratching around it, moving around. And the new hat is like, I'm like, holding back from moving it. I wanted you all to know that. Not only am I nuts and I get UFOs in the sky, I'm also a bit off. Maybe some people that are off are very popular on YouTube. I notice a lot of people that are really off and they're getting a lot more views than me. That's for sure. Banana, bobana. Love you, Sansi. Thanks for the inspiring comments too, my friend. Dave's not here, man. How's it going, bro? Moderators and community, thanks a lot. Members, the world is not as it used to be. That's very true. And what scares me, it's only been in a period of 2 years that everything's changed. And you know what's even scarier? There has to be fake people online. There's no way that people are that dumb, right? Like, I mean, we've seen some people be a little dumb online. I get it, but there's no way in hell that people are actually like voting for Biden and like, supporting what they're doing with all these screwed up, I mean, it's going far, guys. And it's boring because we have to be careful what we're saying. They're doing is not bad, but us saying it becomes bad. Like if I say drag queen story time in kindergarten, no, it's not that's what they're doing. It's legal, so, and what they're doing with the kids, it's illegal to post online because it's 18 and plus. It's like it's sexual. What? But anyways, a good thing I wouldn't get into that because I'd close the channel. I would have so much fun. I could replace The View. Trust me. Just sitting down, asking a couple of questions. See how they change their image, The View? Not that any guys are watching The View, but it's a very common show. And, Whoopi Goldberg and everything. All the women that are there, leftists and whatnot. You see Colbert actually part of Gen 6. Did you know that? Did you hear about that? I won't talk about it, but look it up. Colbert and his team insurrection, Jan 6. Yep, that's right. Colbert report. You know Colbert? So, yeah. Little Minx. Thanks again, Christopher Rollins. He's got a channel too, you guys. He's been wanting to do moon videos too. He has a beautiful 14-inch telescope, and he's going to be equipping that telescope moderately, gradually, very expensive to do, as obviously cameras do not grow on trees. And if you want to get a reasonably good one, so go support him and check him out and give him a like if you like his videos. Little Minx, thanks again, you guys. And Darla, it just popped up. Oh no, it bounced up for the first time. Now everything's screwed up again. Oh well, I thought the connection would have stayed good. There's his channel right there, you guys. I have to get a Space Force hat. People will give looks. I imagine if I'd wear it outside, I'd have to actually start walking around with a shirt and everything. Put a CB on me. Walk around in town real quickly all the time, just randomly looking up. Yeah, okay, got it. Freaking people out. Parking on the corners of people's homes with a satellite in the car. I'm laughing because that's what I'm going to be doing. Probably going to be doing. There she is. Thanks, Julie. And Stats, thanks for the amazing gift. Seriously, how beautiful is that? Sorry, I do my the Bruce bend on the hat, and it's actually a hat. It's wearable. That's awesome. I love you, Julie, for it. And Floyd, please thank him for it. And the stickers, of course, is already one on my. So, Julie, I have one on my telescope. So I will always be thinking of you guys without a doubt. And I'm going to put one. Obviously, I don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe I'll put it inside where it won't get damaged. Because I'm like a big kid when it comes to the Space Force. So I wasn't that far off, Julie, when I told you. I said, Julie's going to send me a nest from the Space Force. I said, maybe she'll get creative and just send me a big wooden nest and paint it black or something. You did even better. You sent me the whole logo. Yeah, so greatly appreciated. Honestly, I love you guys for it, especially the jester. Very thoughtful. Well, you know what, Craig? The ads there, yeah, man. It depends on how much that person applies ads. I can fit in, if I wanted to, I could fit in side by side, ads, continual ads. On my videos, what's supposed to be there are 3 ads. If 4 or 5 ads show up, it should be a 15-minute video. And it shouldn't be ads. It should be just the pop-up on the bottom where you can click it off. It's the only way I make revenue. But honestly, um, I know it's bad sometimes, because even I think it was Christy at one point, Bruce, what the heck? How come so many ads? So here's the problem. YouTube is presenting hundreds of ads to people when I'm not even the one. The creators aren't the ones that are necessarily putting them all on. You want to find out if anyone's sneaky, if anyone's really putting on a lot of ads? Go to Social Blade, look at my video on the right that's there on Social Blade, and before clicking on it, look to see how many lines, yellow lines, are there. They will actually show you how many ads are on the video if you want to see how many ads are. I've seen some channels on a 10-minute video put up 27 ads, because YouTube doesn't always present all the ads. Me, I present one middle break in a 10-minute video, 11-minute video, which should represent 3 ads. But if there's more than that, I'm really sorry for it. And it shouldn't be, because I can't put less than that. Another thing, I'm not supposed to talk about it because in the guidelines we're not supposed to, but I'm not going to talk about revenue. But for the ads, I put my ads at 68%. Like there's a percentage you could put the ad application at. Like if I was to put 100% ads, it would just be nonstop plastering, pops up on the sides. You don't have time. And what sucks is when you're watching a moon video and an ad pops up, you're stuck taking it off or waiting for it to go by and back up. Ads for me are what are my only revenue, along with the generous contributions and the memberships and stuff. But I hear you. It's like, back in the days when we used to watch television, a 15-minute episode, an episode of Archie, or Archie Bunker, sorry, or any episode back in the day. Even now, there's less ads on TV. But anyways, I think there was more back in the day. It's a 10-minute episode, and it takes half an hour to watch that because there's lots of ads and stuff. So, of course, YouTube suggests that if you have less of them, it'll attract more people to want to watch the video. I'm assuming, because I'm showing absolutely top secret crap on the moon, that people would be like wanting to watch the videos to the end, but not everyone does. Sometimes it's 3 minutes or 4 minutes that people watch, but hey, Rational Mind Riot, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Archimedes, Allah, thank you. Yes, thanks for being here, you guys. Really appreciate the amazing support that everyone gives this channel. Oh, she's talking to me, guys. How are you feeling? What should we film next? I hope you're talking to me. Any new spooks in your house? Oh, it's funny you're saying that. It's funny you're saying that. I'd be a liar if I didn't talk about it. Some concerning things. The other day, I think I have a poltergeist now. It's not just, but you know what? Could it be that I have a poltergeist that's aged and that doesn't really feel like walking around and scaring me much? Because I was horrified. 2 objects lifted up and threw itself off the counter. And when I understood after 2 minutes that an object can slide off a counter if it's on the edge, but it can't lift up and go over spoons and then fall over. My charger went over with my vitamin B1 that was on the counter. Now, here's the story, Julie. That area of the counter is the right side of my sink. So there is a plug. Yeah, they put a plug under the sink. But anyways, there's a plug there. There's the water that goes by there. I don't use the plug, no. And the activity is always there. Where that counter is, upstairs is where the man upstairs died, but it doesn't mean it's the man that's actually here. I don't want to bring back his ghost if it's not him in the house, but there's definitely activity. And when the object flew off of the counter, I didn't get the same feeling as I usually get. I got an uneasy feeling of something that was angry at me. So that's the first for me. I have that, and my favorite. It's tiny. My mother gave it to me. It's an Indian head with the feathers and stuff, an old tried thing, very, very old piece of wood. And please don't fall off the wall while I'm talking. And it jumped off Guys, it vibrated, okay? Like it started going like that in the table. Like somebody had its finger on it, not to lift up, but it was vibrating. And it just creeped me out. Picked it up, put it on the wall right away. But when I got home with it from my mother's, I didn't put it up on the wall. I put everything else up and I left the Indian on the book. Maybe it wasn't happy. Scouts honor. Actually, that's Cubs. Scouts honor, whatever I can say. Oh, I promise I'm telling the truth. I swear to you that I'm not lying, but people can take it or leave it, but shit happens here. And you know when it happened? Yeah, Julie, during an electrical storm yet again. The last electrical storm we had, that's when my everything went off the lights, smoke alarms, whole bunch of things. Again, my smoke alarms are off here. It's wrapped in a towel, and before I go to bed, I place it here, and I can't leave the house with the smoke alarms on. Sorry, insurance company. I can't because they go off when I get home. They go off. They're going off, and the neighbors will think it's a fire. When there's not, then they'll send a truck and I have to pay for the truck. So I don't want to have that. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. I've had some activity here in the house. I've always been followed by something, an entity since I've been young, but it's not an everyday occurrence. I'm not like in the movies where you sit down and I'm going to talk to my mysterious friend who's my guide. It happens when the guide hears me talking to God, or maybe talking about him, because it's not me conjuring shit up. It's something that's around me. When my dad died, it started, so I always assumed it was a protection of some sort. And I love the comments. Like a lot of people saying, Bruce, you cannot come back, you cannot see a relative and stuff. Much respect to each and every one of you who think that. Much respect, to those of you who maybe got offended, which I didn't see anyone, but it could be. But in reality, I like debating. I like talking about things. I like theorizing things. I'm very careful because sometimes people get offended, trying to talk about God very much. But we all have our own representation and ideal of who God is, and that's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, it's a normal thing that everyone's looking for truth, I guess, in life, and we're trying to find ourselves. That eventually some people feel they find the right path and some people don't. Some people search Barb Weast. Some people search all of their lives for the truth and don't see anything about it. I believe I know the all. Did you know that? Beth, thank you so much. Same thing at the hospital, massive activity. Yeah, you had said that the last time during the storm. Must give spirit extra energy. Love y'all. Be sure he's not, taking hospital. When you think of it, imagine all the people that have had, moments where they passed on and everything in that hospital where their souls remain bound there. It's something I absolutely believe. What do you think? These old monasteries, these old insane asylums, these old houses that have these spirits in it. My house is approaching 100 years, not in 10, 15 years, maybe 20, but it's close. It's up plus 80 years. And in 2040, it'll be 100 years. So, no, there supposedly wasn't any deaths here. This is something you're supposed to tell the person when they buy the house. So I was surprised to find out that someone had died upstairs, but fortunately it was a passing of someone who passed away and then was removed from the house, and not someone who lived alone that was found here. That I wouldn't have appreciated it too much. I probably would have taken the house. But after having found out, I'm literally lying in the bedroom. Thanks again, Beth. Literally lying in the bedroom where the person passed away. And I don't feel any negative energy. I'm even going to tell you, I did speak to the spirit here to let him know that I'm not coming here to change the house. Do you know that I actually had problems when I changed the house, guys? And when I say change the house, we're talking about paint. Okay. Painting cupboards, ripping a carpet off, changing a door frame or a door upstairs that was cracked, old house. The spirits did not appreciate it. And where I did those changes, there was movement and there was noises and stuff like that. So that was scary enough. A humming in the house. And then I heard somebody say, Bruce, which your chills run down your body. It was a woman's voice. And I could say all I wanted that I thought it was one of my grandmothers, but that could be my mind playing tricks on me. But I did hear a voice. Bruce. Sounded very important and in a hurry when I heard it, but something I love talking about, the spirits and paranormal, because it exists, and a lot of people have only been able to live by believing that a family member on the other side has passed on and that they're able to come back and communicate with them. At 6 years old, 6.5 years old, when he died, my dad, I was looking for a direct route to him. You have no idea how my mind was racing and trying to find out how I could see him one last time, right? And this is way back. I'm over it. I'm grown up. When I think of my dad now, well, it's like a young adult because I'm older than my father when he passed away, so that's another thing that's odd. It's like thinking of a kid, thinking of a teenager, right? But it still remains my dad. But there was a connection when him and my grandfather died, weeks, about a month apart. It was very, very close. It was the only two men in my life, father and grandfather, except for my other grandfather, whom I love, who was there, but who passed on. But at that moment, a young kid, I did something stupid. I said, I asked God myself, without being religious, without knowing anything, that I wanted to be a doorway. I didn't say portal. I didn't talk about any big term. I was young. I wanted to be a doorway where spirits could come in through me into the physical world. But again, in my head, it wasn't the physical world. It was to come here in the alive world, people that are alive, which was the physical world. And just let you know that if you ask someone something on the other side, a God or a higher being for help, be careful what you ask for. Sometimes you get a hell of a quick reply back. Would you eat alien pizza if they made it for you? No, because now I don't eat cheese anymore, and I'm cheese free. In a couple more months, I'm going to get my first coin written 1 year on it that I got through 1 year without cheese and dairy products. But that's something freaky. Like you asked me something to go to an alien planet. I'd be careful with what I eat. I would eat what they would pull off trees to give me, but I wouldn't eat anything that they're preparing. Not day one, anyways. I'd be really thin after the first week. Thank you very much, Archimedes Allah. I appreciate that. Hey, Bruce, do you know a channel called Life Facts and Hacks? I do. And something like that. Well, that nasty piece of work. Thank you. I'm happy you said that nasty piece of work because yes, he's been here before. Left some very nasty, vile messages on the comment to video and Game Over 2's channel. Oh, really, eh? Thanks for letting me know that. That's channel like Game Over 2, was trying to expose people that are leaking people's addresses online. He turned around and he's a channel that does exactly that. I thought it was like cool. But some people get really upset. Some people even leave comments about me on other channels. A lot. That happens a lot. But I had to block that channel, Life Facts and Hacks. You know that with a channel name like that, there was no hacks. There was only hacks and there were no facts, is basically what happened. Watch Woman of the Dragon. Thank you. Mixed Mayhem. Thanks, guys. I watched Moonfall. So, yeah, man. So was it good? Lots of action, good movie, but don't walk out 10 minutes while watching or you will be lost. So lots going on. Thanks for letting me know that, Christopher. I've not seen it yet. Called Moonfall. I suppose they're talking a lot about the moon in it. That's for sure. I'll be definitely looking at it at one point. I watched the trailer online. It's very, very interesting. Actually, Extremely interesting. Jane, how's it going? Anyone know where Against the Grain being? Against the Grain? No. Is that a name of a channel? I do not know that channel, Jane. Me, Tarzan. White House would have the opening to hell. Yeah, I believe that. That would explain why they are acting like devils and everything that they're doing, destroying the economy, ramping up inflation, destroying jobs. What about that Littlefoot mayor? Bug-eyed Lightfoot. Littlefoot. Sorry, I was thinking of an Indian tribe. Lightfoot. What the hell is going on? These people that are running the country. Did you see Lightfoot's email that she sent to someone where she lost it, had a psychosis, and she wrote 75 times words, repeating words? Like she's saying, she was asked a question, she'd write back, I do not have time to do that. 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 I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time. She wrote these block letters going downwards, repeating words, like excessive words. These people are psychotic, right? I don't know anything about them being demonic or anything. I think they're just pretty stupid. Seeing what the hell is going on in all the countries, watching all the heads of everything just sitting there letting everything, anyways, it's a takeover. We all know that. UN and all this, United Nations, and there's lots going on that people have no clue yet at all about what's going on. A fanatic card guru, hello, in front of you. Okay, make good to see you as always. Just got me self a telescope as you have inspired me. That means a lot. I love hearing that in front of you, channel. With your work, love you, my friend. Right on, man. Go for it. I mean, look up, you guys, of all sizes. These telescopes are incredible. It's amazing what we can see. Next upgrade camera, guys, will be going up in pixels. It's slowly, it's all investments, and every investment, guys, 10 megapixels, $1,000. Every time you upgrade something, right? I went from 30 to 32 to 46. And now I'm going to go to 46. I'll probably go to 60, 70. Then from 70 to 90 or to 100, it's always thousands more. And you get the cameras, you got to buy another camera. Got to buy another camera to get up. But it's going to clarify so many more things. What if the moon became a lot clearer all of a sudden? Lots of speculation of people are saying, hey, they're maybe terraforming the moon. There's lots going on in that regards. Yes. Roe Wade overturned. Yes, it's a good thing. Good thing that they're keeping the leftists out of everything. Damon, thank you so much. It was a beautiful gift from Julie and Floyd from the Stats channel and Gate Smasher Hoorah channel. And it's a beautiful gift. I love them very much. Big supporters of the channel, and they know I love the Space Force. They live around there and or vacationing right now around there. They got a chance to go see some launches too, and of course brought me back some just very thoughtful things and stickers and everything. So cool, which are on my telescope already, that's for sure. Space Force. Maybe those are some of the lights that we are seeing. It's quite inevitable. I think that it's some of the lights we're seeing. Lazarus Project. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Scrolling around. Alyssa, thank you. Bruce, I have a short vid. I shot a short vid the other night, and I seen an orb and some kind, and did my best to follow it. It casted its own shadow. It was wow. That is, I have it on vid. Alyssa, that is cool. What you have to do, Alyssa, is you have to go post that on your channel, if not already on your channel. If it is, send us a link. That there. I tried that the other night twice, Alyssa, last year. When I see an orb, because they show up often in the infrared, but me on my end, it was an infrared camera. I was able to follow one that remained what looked like it was physical, and it became so bright that it became like, a UFO light, and just kept going, because obviously even me, especially me with Alyssa, with the infrared camera. There's a lot of crap on the night. I don't have problems with bugs showing up in my camera because I'm not in the field. But go in the field and start filming the field and stuff like that, you're going to see lots of lights and different forms and shape, which are most often the bugs' wings flapping, depending on their shapes, that the infrared camera is picking them up, making sort of shapes and forms. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. That's healthy. Minky Pinky, bonjour. Merci. Thanks again, Woody the Artist. Thanks, you guys. Las Niñas are, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Cordial greetings from Asteroids, Spain. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much from very beautiful Spain. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate that. Always love seeing people from Spain. Dennis, the Menace. Thanks, bro. Love you, man. Hope you got to see my big trout pictures. If not, I sent them you on May 31st. I did not. Well, good news though. This is why there were missing emails. There's a dip in my connection, and May 31st, I probably didn't get it, man. I'm a little disappointed, but I am going to scroll through it. Maybe it's right there, and I didn't notice it because I do want to see those pictures. Definitely, you're the only one that shows me the friggin' pictures of fish, bro. My dad was a fanatic, a good fisherman too. Used to fish big fish, big game. We call them game, though it's not in water. I will go back and double check on that, Dennis Jimenez. May 31st is not that far away. Yeah, I'll double check before you send it for sure. Man, thank you very much, bro. Alias, merci, encourage-moi, man. Ouais, pas une goutte, man. Pas une goutte de rien, puis il n'y a plus rien, il n'y a plus de biscuits, il n'y a plus de sucre. Fait qu'en réalité, je serais censé de ne pas être obligé de... J'ai même arrêté le whisky, man. Parce qu'il y a du sucre là-dedans. C'est ma mère qui m'a dit ça. Il dit beaucoup de sucre dans du whisky. Pas que j'en bois beaucoup, mais je retiens tout. I withhold everything. As for fat, when I eat fat, I think. I'm like, in my other life, I was a camel. I used to walk through the desert. Yellow. Used to be able to conserve all the water in me. And my bumps, I only have one camel bump now, but man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I can't say I'm melting because I'm 47. I'm surprised and I'm scared because at 21, I melted. And at 47, I'm doing twice as hard the work to lose weight, and I'm losing twice as less weight as when I was 21. But it doesn't matter. I quit all the good stuff, man. I cheated, actually. Quand mon gars est venu ici à sa fête, bro, là, we ordered pizza. Fuck. Damn it. I wanted to keep the Aleaus being proud of me, but I put another block back in the Jenga. But no, it's... En réalité, j'avais un problème. I had an extreme problem eating a lot of curds and stuff. I love it. I love cheese. That, I only had 2 slices with the fries. So that was okay as compared to eating bags of cheese, which I love cheese. Cheese and chips. You don't have to eat anything else. Cheese and chips. Susan, how's it going? Thanks, Susan. Sugar Bee, thanks, you guys. Very happy for such great photos and videos. Las Niñas, I can't thank you enough for the amazing support here, guys. It's all because of you all that the channel's still here. I got some incredible videos of stuff on the moon. I'm still always looking in the sky here. I'm lucky as hell to be able to have that UFO activity. If not, I'd not be able to film it. But maybe it's the... I'm sorry, guys. I do believe it's your energy. If you're here, if a lot of you like me believe in the UFO, if I believe in the UFOs, which we all do now, it's no longer a myth. I do believe that us talking about it, focusing on it, I know lots, if not most of you, if not all of you, are looking up in the sky as often as you can, whenever you can. And we see a lot of stuff. But here, 100 a night. It's incredible. Last year, 3 months, there was nothing. During COVID, it stopped. And now this year, again, 3 months, it stopped. and now it's back in full bloom for sure. Hey, thank you so much, Be Lovering. Welcome to the members, and I can't thank you enough for having done so. I greatly appreciate that. Enjoy the videos. Thanks for the extra help, you guys. Dennis and everyone, thanks for the generous contributions. Beth, everyone, I love you for it. Really appreciate it. John FK, hello, man. Thank you. Thanks, guys. John, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for welcoming everyone, Darla, the mods, everybody. Julie, there's Gate Smasher. Finally, I got to it. Lazarus Project, as always, thanks. Thanks for the comments too, man. Got my Nikon. Welsh Warrior said, thanks again for the members. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Welsh Warrior said, I got my Nikon P1000 today. Any tips? I'm a noob. Yes. I don't have the P1000. I have the P900. I'll tell you one thing. Start with the auto instead of using the manual. Manual, even me, myself, I use manual for very specific, stupid things like trying to get Venus in focus. We all film Venus as a ball. In reality, the camera picks it up as a ball. It's the blinding light around it. But Venus is like a moon, and it has the quarter moon, and it has all the Terminator line going across it, and it looks just like our moon further away. So I use manual modes for stuff like that. Honestly, adjust the exposure on the camera. So if you're filming the moon, if there's any way that you can adjust the exposure a little bit on the camera, bring it down a couple of notches. And when you bring it in the editor after, bring down your exposure. Your white ball is going to show you all the craters. I don't know how the P1000 is for color. P900, it's a brown image, like a brownish image. It shows the moon. But, proper ISO, autofocus. Use autofocus. When you're zooming up, don't forget to click a little bit on the camera to put it in focus. When you're recording, try not to zoom up at all. If you're recording, you can, but I don't suggest it. Set it and just, you can get an incredible moon with it. It's easy to line up the moon too and everything. I hope you have a tripod. P1000, I assume, is extremely heavy. The P900 weighs a ton. How in the hell has my P900 not been broken filming the sun like that every bloody day? Pressed for time. That lots has been going on these days. Had problems with the connection, some issues on the house when we got some wind, and of course the solar telescope, still doing tests with it and learning more about the chromosphere and whatnot. It was an expensive device that I have to become accustomed to understand, and I have to build myself a little top, which I started to. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But I suggest the tips: start on auto. And Welsh Warrior on YouTube, look up P1000 reviews. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of good reviews where people are talking about a lot of tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, being a noob, I started out as a noob, dude. That's all I did was on auto. And then I went and understood aperture. I went and understood long exposure photography. It took me a while, it was a couple of years back when I started doing the nature photography. But that's what I suggest. Don't play around with the functions on the P1000, the FB and everything until you're sure about it, Like, don't play around with too many functions. Look online and experiment with it. Learn how to set everything back to its regular settings too, But I have no idea. I've never seen that one, the P1000, but I've had an amazing time with the P900 to film the sun now with a filter that I'm putting myself at the end with plastic around it, and it's doing a good job. Gate Smasher, do I ever have a big mouth today? I'm in the White House, had a hard time seeing the time with all the sunshine and heat here. Poolside with bacon. Now you're talking. Apparently, Gate Smasher says Biden wanders around once in a while, but all everybody does is they send him back to the the round room. Back to the round room. Stairs. Hey, I wonder if that's a place where you can visit. Can you actually go up to the White House and visit the White House? That would be incredible. Klaus Brandt. Okay, yeah. Hi, Klaus Brandt. Did I see Klaus Brandt? I hope I said hi, Klaus. Thanks a lot, brother, for being here. Hey, it means a lot, Las Niñas. Means a lot. Thanks, Gate Smasher. What do you mean by the moon changing colors? Yes, the moon. Abbe Dennis, thank you very much for asking. The moon is changing colors on the surface. There are large areas on the moon that have color changes between seasons, not necessarily saying or confirming that it's the seasons, but we see them differently. There is some refraction on the surface, which is easily distinguished when refraction is there. But we're not talking about refraction. We're talking about brown growth or a color that is forming on the moon that my camera is picking up as brown, whatever the color may be. Brown can be green, red can be brown, right? There's different colors that we could be seeing, sure, but there's color growth. And the greenery, if it's not vegetation, it is forming along the craters. You can't help but wonder if it can be vegetation. You can't help but wonder if it can be vegetation. Thanks again, Klaus, for being here. Seen an advertisement for sale on caskets, but then I thought, that's the last thing I need. It is definitely the last thing you need. That, and you prearrange the flowers, Even you pay for the buffet. You give her like $30 more because you said, I'm only going to die in about 20 years. It should be more expensive. Case of beer. Everything set aside for the families to go. That's sad, I told my son and my family to throw me in a hole because I said the body's not going to be me once I'm dead. I'll be something else. Peter, thanks so much, man. Saw some satellite or UFO on holiday vids coming, Welsh Warrior. Don't point it at the sun without a filter like the dumbass I am. Listen, man, you're not dumb. I tried it also, and honestly, it did not damage the camera. But yes, they say that it can damage the camera, and it probably did. You know why? Because the fact that it's a P1000 and you were magnified out, possibly, but there's nothing dumb about it. Sometimes you get better images, but you can scrap a camera. So yeah, you absolutely need a sun polarized lens that's going to hide 99% of all light so that you don't damage the sensor and the eye of the camera. That's for sure. Sugar Bee, thanks for being here. I thought so. San, thanks, Bobana. Love it. Las Nijas, thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks again, Peter. Everything's jumping up. Let me scroll down here. Oh, well, there it scrolled down by itself. Gabber's there. Thank you very much for being here, man. Hey, thanks, Gabber. It's a gift. Julie from the Stats channel and Gate Smasher Urat channel that gave me this hat that I'm going to be breaking in. So then it's going to be molding more around my big head. It's just a beautiful gift. Honestly, a beautiful gift. Now I'm like really ready to to go to a launch. I'm all space forced out. Yes, use the force. Damn right. That's what we all have to do is use the force. So now I'm going to scroll all the way down. Daryl. Hello, Daryl. Oh, I'm going to miss some people. I know it. Strength to you, brother. If I miss something. Read your dictionary, meditate on scripture, apocalypse definition, prophetic revelation, ESP. Oh, yes, of a cataclysm in which good triumphs over evil. The Serenity Gardens, Uxbridge. Let me tell you something. I love the way you finished off with that. We are going to triumph over evil. And for good to win over evil, it's that last spark. It's like we're fighting, and then when we get, now we're here. So what's happening is the poop, 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 as we're destroying evil. It's going to be the 3-letter W word everywhere. Obviously, people are turning on themselves, families turning on families. We saw that during COVID. Unfortunately, some people fighting whether they should or not get V'd and stuff. Imagine all that. But hey, thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate that, you guys. I have a Patreon channel. You could also join the Patreon channel, or you can become a member here. You appreciate a video that I'm doing, there's a thanks button. All you do is click thanks, and the government sends me $2. No, wouldn't that be cool? Every person, all you have to do is just click thanks, right? But some people always say, how can I contribute? That's the way. And if it wouldn't be for my mods sharing my event, everything's in the description of my video where people can help. But my event's not for money for me right now. It's money I'm trying to get for other equipment, including the next camera and everything. It's going to be incredible, you guys. Thanks, Joe. My own eyes, when you know it's family, it's not scary at all. They love you too. Absolutely. It's a belief that I have because of the way I saw my father after his passing. I believe that, Joe, 100%. And I thank you for vouching on that, because that's just how it is. Some people don't believe in spirits and they lose loved ones and they just feel empty all their lives. You can't bring them back necessarily in a physical form, but you can go get a little last feeling and sense of love. It's hard to understand, when people pass on, they're not here anymore. You're right. Physical is not here. It's dead. The physical side of you is deceased, but there's something inside of you that lives, that when you're alive is just connected to your brains, your lungs, and your ass. Literally, it's a soul inside of a physical body. I believe that we're trapped in this physical body to learn something. Imagine souls, if they started getting hurt by heat or getting hungry and stuff. They don't have that problem, but we do in the physical world. So it's like appreciating life. Then when you go off into the spirit world, you don't feel pain anymore, I hope. But if so, process of life and evolution, a part of your path, maybe that you had to come here and do so, when you think of it. It's down to that, Sugar Bee. It's down to that if people wake up, the only thing that's going to stop a part of that, it'll only be a part of that, will be a revo illusion. That's the only thing, but it will come to that, and it might be too late, but I still beg to differ. I think that what was written ahead of time, there were plans of somebody there to stop it. It's not going to be stopped entirely, but you said it exactly. Millions. Absolutely. We lost the first couple millions now by what they started with the New World Order. And there's going to be a lot more. The ones that will resist, it's going to separate people in the world. The government right now is trying to change the perception of people and everyone. They're even trying to make people that are not getting V'd dirty people. They're being shunned by people, like, they wanting to push them out of stores and stuff like that. No, I'm not V'd, and the ones who are, I respect it. And the day they stop me from going into a store because I'm not V'd, I will go into the store anyways, and I will walk out, and I will drop my money on the counter, wish everyone a nice day, and I will walk out. I will push off anyone that tries to hit me. I will thwart off anyone that tries to stop me, and that's what's going to be. That's what everyone's going to do. You can't stop everyone from doing that. But what they're trying to do is killing softly with these things. That's what they're doing. Slow kill. Meat, water, shampoos, clothing, Think of it, everything they can do to harm the body. Lots of things they can do. Bobana, thank you so much. Bana, Bobana, banana. I'm not ever going to be able not to say that every time I see you. I love you, San C. Thanks a lot. The amazing support you guys give here. Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Ghosts exist, eh? For show. Let me scroll down here because I'm always late and I want to keep in touch with people writing on the slate. Low tide here was really low. It was so much that you can walk. That's awesome. Little island just off. That's cool. Just off the shore, little island off the shore. You could probably cross right over, eh? Which is deep enough for boats to go across. Wow. Can't put boats in the water because the water too far. Imagine that. And that's starting more and more with a lot of areas where people, the boats aren't able to go through anymore as the water's going. That's this creepy thing, eh? You hear in the past that there were floods, and here there's floods now. It's like everything's drying. Well, I don't know. Willie Trumpold, how's it going, brother? The Troll Smasher. I love that. Dolly should change your name. I like the Dalai Lama, though. But yeah, that's a good one for her. Mark Hall, how's it going, man? Vincent Corleaus. UFOs could be a mode of transport for the demonic realm. You know, this is all true, eh? Like the vision. Yes, Willie Trumpo, the moon is very shiny. Damn right about that. Now, I like that one. What you said, Mark Hall. UFOs could be a mode of transport for the demonic realm and heavenly realms. How often have we heard the UFOs look organic between dimensions? Speculation is healthy. It is. Speculation, Mark Hall, is so healthy here for me. Ed's Emporium, I did not see him. Is Ed's Emporium here? Ed's Emporium, love you, bro. Man, I hope you're doing well, working hard, brother. Great to see you, man. Sab the Seeker, thanks, you guys, for letting me know they're here. Grip Ripper, my brain does the same thing. Sab the Seeker, love you, bro. You guys can check out Sab the Seeker. He's doing projects too. And of course, hilarious guy. Love the guy. Amazing videos and a hell of a good guy too. Good support of the channel. Also had given me a gift that I have on my wall there now. I can change it from place to place. The people send me some gifts and energy my way, as Julian Floyd did. Love you guys. But I believe that, Mark, and I also believed it on the moon, that it was a mode of transport. The lights that we can be seeing that could be whizzing. My wife, Judy, literally Jetsons in glass tubes or whatever around the surface at high speeds, free of cost, free of pollution, and just under the hazes, whipping themselves around. Maybe like us, they are more now on the moon. We never really spoke about that here. I never heard a lot of people talking about it. But as we are multiplying ourselves here on the moon, do you have any idea how much they say people are going to be on Earth just in 2025? It's doubling, tripling, quadrupling, whatnot. Maybe on the moon, there are so many people there too, that maybe even more than on Earth, that it's to the point where we're seeing the lights moving around and there's so many smokes and hazes because they're just continually trying to smoke and haze out the surface so that we don't see exactly what's going on. The moon is changing colors. There are growing structures near Plato crater, first mentioned quite a few years ago by NASA. Those white objects, they say that they were getting bigger, and they are when you look at them. So are there changes on the moon? Yes. And the changes on the moon, it's like saying they're minimal. Look at the end of this plastic toothpick. Just the end. The end. You can't really see on the surface. So if there's a tower and you're looking with your telescope, all you see is that little bloody line. And on top of it, looks even lying down so you can't see half of the things. More and more the megapixels in the cameras and getting better and better views. Maybe the atmosphere isn't helping either, when especially the bloody chemtrails and everything they're doing. Sometimes it's just a bloody haze on the moon. Refilling coffee. Happy Saint Baptiste for any Quebecer around here watching. If you guys are going to celebrate, it's usually the Saint Baptiste for you. It's like the 4th of July for you guys in the States, basically. But I'll be celebrating 4th of July with my American friends right here. All right, so UFOs are going to be crazy tonight. I feel it. They're going to be crazy tonight. I'm anxious to get the moon again now that I saw the color there. If you just bought a telescope, prepare yourselves to be sometimes 2 months. And you're going to say it's impossible. You're going to see the moon outside. You're going to go outside with your telescope. You're going to set it up. And then all of a sudden, clouds form around the moon. Everyone that has a telescope knows that clouds come from the bloody moon and the sun. Look at the sun. That's where the clouds start forming in the sky around the bloody sun all the time. Why? Light, humidity, whatever's in the air, right? That's what started it all, they said. The Big Bang, the heat and the cold, and then at one point, poof. Right. Like everybody knows, right? Like anybody has even a clue of what happened. Robert Dunphy, Bruce, rock with ya. Thank you very much, my friends. Robert, thanks so much for stopping by, bro. It's interesting how, since the introduction of EMF, EMR, yes, frequencies, and the net, the vast majority have been placed in a state of generational mass militarized hypnosis. Yeah, it's another thing. Mind control. A lot of people don't believe that mind control exists. As a matter of fact, you know how people say, maybe some of you don't believe this or even know about it, subliminal messages? You hear how my voice went up? Subliminal messages. I felt like Bee Gees. Subliminal messages in Walt Disney movies. They're the worst. Cartoons, Donald Duck, every cartoon that we used to watch, all of you after the baby boomers that are born like me in either end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s, born in 75, the crap that they put in there and the images and the things they said. And remember the moon, how they showed the moon? It had a bunch of flags there. It was really, really small, like it was fake, like it was hanging there at one point on the string. Those are all messages. I believe with messages, maybe subliminal messaging over a long period of time. I think that that's what they did. They decided instead of trying to take over the world in 50 years, they're going to do it over a period of 1,000 years and do it really slowly and just suck in everyone's attention by changing the world's perception. People that stand out ever notice how people that stand out in a crowd are first hated, then loved the most, or the opposite? They're loved the most because they're eccentrically different, and then they're hated. It's a perception that people create. Some people wake up in the morning and they go online and they start looking at who's mad at who. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I agree. He's a shithead. Oh, what a bastard. We read stuff and we believe everything that anyone says. Why the fact checking all of a sudden? Why are they fact checking things all of a sudden? Back in the days when a couple of years ago, when somebody went on Facebook and said they were seeing aliens, or even like me, I could be a liar. I could be just a freak or a creep or a nut. Why would they fact check people on when they talk about COVID and stuff like that? It's concerning, right? People can be dumb or unknowledgeable about certain issues, different fields. Obviously, we're not. I study about space. I don't know all the fields and different jobs that revolve around space research. I think that comes with what you're interested in, frequencies and light. Frequency and light. That's how they're manipulating the surface of the moon, I believe, in theory. It's very easy. Practice launch went well. Yes. So a manned launch will be coming soon. I'm really excited for that. Like, really excited for that. You see, here's my thing, Gate Smasher. I can get to the moon with my telescope. If I can see the surface from far away, I should be able to zoom up to Florida. I wonder how high I'd have to be able to zoom up all the way to Florida. I tend to think that you're probably off in the curve a bit further down. That'd be incredible, eh? You said it, Willie. The sun's white now. Yeah, changes colors. And a lot of people said that. There's that voice again. A lot of people said that the sun used to be really yellow. I actually noticed that myself, and I agree with everyone that says that, if that's what you mean. And yes, now when you look at it, it's white. And not just that, it's the beams and the rays that are coming off the sun is incredible. Today, again, the sun is very, very aggressive, covered in clouds all bloody day. I hope the sun will come out at one point. I'll be able to get it again. Tonight, there is an alignment. We'll see what we can see. I have to see what constellations, where everything's going to be. So say to yourself, if you're expecting rain, expect it to be a lot of rain. If you're expecting heat, you're going to get a lot of heat. Like Gate Smasher has been hundreds of degrees there for weeks. He's been saying, which is, hey, listen, warm weather is perfect when you're on vacation, guys. Hopefully, diaper change. Yes, right on, Robert. Yours or the kids? Sorry, I had to say that. I finally am on Truth Social on my laptop saying goodbye to Facebook. I did it, Sugar Bee. It's sad because I liked being on Facebook, interacting with my friends, joke pictures and stuff like this. To do a lot. But yeah, like CIA run, and they're selling our data. Zuckerberg's doing weird shit with the cameras at night. I don't trust Facebook. They're not to be trusted. It's, it's the epitome of social media forums. It's I can't stand Facebook for that. They blocked everything I said. I went on Facebook for one reason, guys, to expose the New World Order and to tell everyone what was in the V. I started leaking as much info as I could on Alex Jones, the Black Vault. I was leaking stuff from Veritas, everything to try to expose stuff. And Facebook took everything off. And then they'd punish me. They'd go, oh, you're punished for 24 hours. Then it was 3 days. You'll not be allowed back on the platform if you do this or talk about this. Or you write something and then they fact check you, the assholes, and they excuse the expression, and they put something underneath and saying, nope, that's not true. This is the truth. Weird. Yes, sir, Elias. We'll be checking out that video at the same time, brother. Allergies. No. I'm going to sneeze. Can't do much today. Wales is covered in cloud. That's what happens. That's what happens here too, covered in clouds. Peter, thanks again, you guys. We'll be watching, Peter. That's right, Darla. Thanks. Friday nights, every Friday nights, guys. If you're just arriving to the channel, Eastern time, yes, 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So tonight, be watching at 8 o'clock. We stream twice on Fridays, every Friday. Why? Because I get incredible feedback from the community, and we come and talk about space, but often we come and have fun, laugh, and we can talk about anything. Like I said, there's not one topic that we can talk about here. In Chile, big telescope in Chile, new updates on these telescopes as they are now tuning their optics with new ways of being able to see further out into space. And apparently the 1 billion megapixel, 1 million or 1 billion megapixel camera with the many large mirrors in Chile they are looking to see in the Milky Way. There's not a, what do you call it? No, Bruce, not a midget galaxy, a dwarf galaxy that's in the Milky Way, and they're looking out into space. I don't know what it is with them. There's that voice again. I think I got cold coming up. I don't know what it is with them wanting to go so far out into space. It's concerning, right? They have the black hole, guys, they just found in the Milky Way, which is sucking up objects. And obviously, there's the merging of two galaxies. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is merging with another galaxy, and they are studying this. So you could imagine they're saying there is a lot more turmoil, a lot more activity as they're going outside into space to look. So we tend to think that everything's dead on the outside, and that here around us there's activity like from the Big Bangs, leftover meteors and stuff like that. Basically, they have no effing clue what's out there in space, and no one's ever told us anything really truthful except for little things like, oh yes, there's lots of stars out there. That's basically what they're telling us. Whoop, my mouse just died on me. Not a living mouse, but that mouse. So I'll plug that in for a second or two. Robert, that's a beautiful, both of them, both Australia and New Zealand, have lots of friends from their crawl face and stuff, many supporters of the channel from there, but it's definitely on the bucket list just for the nature, especially New Zealand. Definitely want to go on the island of New Zealand. Around here, we've always heard that it was I guess cleanest part of the world, right? I wonder if they have chemtrails going over them. They probably do. I wonder, maybe not. I'd have to ask them. Come on, Bruce. There we go. I think it's charged enough for me to go down. I will be outside tonight seeing all the activity. So I'm going to take a guess here. There's going to be a lot of meteor showers. New Zealand covered in cloud. Thanks for that, Snuggletooth 1351. Appreciate that. Jay Shope, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate that, man. Do the Starlink sats show up or interfere with your IR cam? I really appreciate that question. I'm going to explain it. Even do they really affect your camera even when they are in their final orbit? Now you're talking about something concrete, and I'll explain really easily. And do you ever see the little red light sources that erratically wiggle across the night sky? Jay, thanks for asking me about these things, man. The red jigglers, I call them, in the night sky, I have to admit that I've only seen that twice in my life in 2018. It is shaking. I got a little shake. In 2018 is the only time that I saw that. And they were flashing red lights, and I was seeing them in series of 2 or 3 of them together. Now, here's the thing. You said something important about in the question. Also, you mentioned something important in their final orbit, because for those that don't know, satellites are launched at a certain, launch from the ground and go up in the rocket. They leave them out, and then they go up higher and higher in orbit and altitude until they reach their constellation or whatever, their destination, and then they remain at that height and level. The thing is that I was able to see a satellite train of Starlink satellites. It was 120, and there was one of 60 satellites, one of 60 and a launch of 120, a big launch, back to back. Looked like they had mirrors that were changing positions, because you could see a sparkle get really shiny and then less shiny. But again, you could tell it was a sparkle. Didn't look like it was on fire. Then at one point they did look like they were on fire, but they were so small, Jay. They were so small as compared to the satellites. And that's another thing that a lot of people didn't notice. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. Notice the UFO lights, guys, that I'm filming. I'm not zoomed out. There's nothing wrong with zooming out, but I'm not, because it's a very small 50 millimeter screen. It's 50 now, and it used to be 30 at one point. So what happens is I see a very small part of the sky. If I zoom in, the light, you don't have to zoom into the infrared light because it gets really pixelated and you see all the static electricity and light around it. I prefer looking at it from further out, but look how close they are to me here as compared to what people are capturing. I've seen people in Australia, I've seen people in Spain, that there's different heights and different levels to the lights. A lot of them are doing the same things in different countries that I've seen on your channels. And yeah, just literally the same captures, from the lights. But in general, they don't affect my IR camera. And sometimes I get an extremely small light that's going by in a straight line. I can't say, Jay, that it's not a satellite, unless, of course, the ones that really slow down. Even a satellite can slow down, but it can't do it in one shot. It's going to use solar winds. It's going to slow itself down. Really takes a long time. They change trajectories, but not visually changing quickly in the screen, which I'm going to show in the next video. I'm going to get one up between the two streams, just music of 10 minutes with quick videos going by of a whole bunch of captures. I've accumulated so much of them. Sugar B, I love you so much for it. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful thing to say. But yeah, Jay, in general, here's another thing. Those satellites, I'm able to see them for 7 to 10 seconds. And it's only when they cross over the horizon where the sun's setting. Here in Quebec, when they launch the Starlink satellites in Florida and Texas, wherever, maybe I'm wrong about that, sorry, wherever Starlink does launch them, when it comes to Quebec, that apparently, I looked this up, I had to look it up because it wasn't anywhere, and they said that once it gets to Quebec, they readjust the mirrors, and this is a new thing because the large telescopes were upset about all the many thousands of launches that Elon Musk wants to send up. And they don't want the mirrors facing Earth so that it will disturb the big telescope. So obviously they're not talking about the flashing, but obviously they're looking for flashes and they're looking for explosions and stuff. And if the satellites are going to disturb that, it's going to be horrible. They're going to have an extremely hard time to be able to see anything in the sky. So I believe that it's not disturbing at all. But hey, it could be. I don't know if it's disturbing. See, making my glasses float up. Again, Julie, thank you for the amazing gift and Gate Smasher and everything. It's just very, very thoughtful of you guys for appreciating my channel. Dazzy Bling, thank you. And thanks for being a member as always. Recently found your YouTube. Yes. Yeah. I hope so, guys. Head over to Darla's channel, you guys. She's got videos up too. She even has some captures in the sky of one very concerning object that I saw. Looks like a planet eater is what I call it now. Oh, Dazzy Bling, that's awesome. Thanks for doing so, you guys. Bana, bobana, fanana, bana, bobana. I see them all the time for years. Man, they're up there. If you mean satellites, sure. Some people could probably see really high up the satellites with the naked eye, but they're not on fire, that's for sure. The ones I'm capturing, they're really low in the sky. I visually see with the naked eye the flame, what looks like a flame, depending on how close they are. This summer, I got another close one. I'll stick it up actually in the next video, but it's not as close as the one that came down from the sky. I'll stick that one up in the next video too. I'll stick some of the UFO fleet that I saw on the moon, and lots to talk about. We'll be looking at the surface of the moon also, different colors. I have an incredible amount of colors that were popping on the moon that I filmed 2 months ago, hoping that in the coming months and leading up to the winter, we'll see yet again that drastic change. We'll have enough footage to be able to start doing some comparisons also. Oh yeah, you can see some of that for sure. I have some welding glass actually. Took it out of an old welding helmet the guy was holding. I took it out. You can look at the sun. You can look at a whole bunch of things, but you look at the eclipse too. But if you want to see asteroids going by the sun, you won't see them. Depending on the intensity, of course. But the welding one, no V here, and it was very hard not to. I freaking believe it, Beth. It's a matter of it could be or it can't be when it comes to the employees, especially in a hospital too, if that's what you're talking about. Not funny. I'm an RN, so much pressure to comply. Good for you. Good for you for having not. Anyways, like I said, I'm not saying the people that did are bad. People will have a hard time reading me. Is if you're able to have not done it, good, so that you could live a lot longer. What they did the past 2 years is only going to come out maybe in 6 months or a year, and the DNA changes are going to start showing up, and a whole bunch of things. The stats, thank you. Guys, I have a French channel. If you have French friends that want to come over and see my work and they only speak French, I live stream tomorrow, every Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Paris time, 7 p.m., I believe. And you can get an extra video there, which is the same research, but I never just repost the same video unless, of course, an incredible capture, which I really should just be doing that. Reposting the same video and just putting it up in French. But I actually try to do some variation amongst both of them. I'm not neglecting the members, my friends. For those of you on the member side, I've been having no excuse, but it's true. I've been having problems with the internet connection, and now I'll be able to upload maybe longer videos and do a bit more. So I thank you for the awesome patience. Hey, hello, Ostdeutschland. Thank you very much. Welcome, Germany. Thanks, Mama Bear. Worries. Alien bending time and space must be happening because of the activity going on. More and more sightings are being seen. I believe it, and that's why I believe that we see them coming in and popping light. It must be that simple. When it comes into a portal, it's not like in a movie where you see all this big wall. If we were close, yes, but yeah, they're popping up, little spark into the atmosphere and stuff. But are there portals? I believe so. There are wormholes, and that's also part of what they're saying. And this is something naturally formed by the universe, that it's a vein that runs through the entire universe. Probably the aliens are able to go into that portal or wormhole and get around that way. So it's pretty incredible. The last Australian, thanks for being here. So are you aware if conscience, the current social psychological programs have only begun to change us all forever? Yeah, listen, for those of you that are familiar with MK Ultra, for those of you that are having problems with feeling like your mind's being played with, but you've never been any part of anything military or secret, testing or on humans or whatnot. Right now with the frequencies is what really scares me, is that they can do anything. We can now project any image around Earth. We can project other moons and planets around our planet. They're even doing tests now. We got China that made a moon and made a sun that is warmer than our sun. Try to wrap your mind around that. Just that little secret starts making me sort of wonder about many things, actually. Richard Crooks, thanks for being here. Yes, there are many, the psychological programs. And another thing, like I'm saying, they're trying to indoctrinate the children. They're even applying different tasks that teachers are now doing to consume the children's minds. It's making me sick. Some people can see it all and are just totally pissed off about everyone not seeing everything, which you can't get mad at the system. We can't get mad at people that believe that people are better than they really are. It's just people that don't want to believe there's bad stuff going on, turning a blind eye. Sometimes we could say that's the worst person, but we're all trying to live. We all have different emotional levels of acceptance of things that are going on. We react differently to different things. Like some people thinking a meteor is going to hit Earth would just freaking lose it. And some people would say, well, that's how I thought we were going to end. I guess accepting our fate and whatnot. I really believe there's some good coming. We look at the leftists and what year are we now? 2022. We got a lot of shit, I think, excuse the expression, from here to 2025. The sun's ramping up. The sun is extremely aggressive. We are most likely going to see another Carrington event. Hopefully, most of us are going to get through it there. That's how I look at it. It's just that because of the system uses the internet and electricity, we have to redesign that. We have to use free energy. It's so sad. They already know everything about free energy. Maybe some of those UAP lights that are flying around are free energy. For those of you who don't know, there's a UFO, unidentified aerial phenomena task force out there that are going to be flying around. So we can't help but wonder, what are they going to be flying around in? Is it all going to be just high flying 80,000 mile high jets or kilometers jets that are up and just at the limits of space and just floating, looking around what's going on? Or do we have enough technology? I know we have technology. I just don't know if they're going to be using it for humans. Do we have the technology of being able to leave Earth, like on the ground, get in a so-called UFO, take off, apply this camouflage shield, and then just travel at the speed of light and do a whole bunch of maneuvers and stuff? Are we there? Are we there? I'm still a little skeptical on that. I believe that maybe we have some special vehicles that have been tested around Earth, but I really don't think there are thousands of them. That's for sure. Good evening to you, Richard. Thanks for the comments, bro, and everything, man. The support here, you guys. Really appreciate that. I'm running late again, eh? Make free, Revo. You're right, Bruce. I was just saying this last night. Good morning from down under, 4:12 a.m. Thank you so much. And now, if you didn't fall asleep, over past 5 a.m., almost 5 a.m. for you for sure. Doc Strange, thanks a lot, you guys. Jay Shope, I'm going back up right now. Bobana, thanks again. Bruce, bonus points if you spot the Chinese space station. Holy crap. Imagine, Jay, that's coming too, eh? Now they're off the mission for Apophis. Apophis 2029, right? Is that it? 2029 or is it 2020 something? It's supposed to come very, very close to Earth, and they're going to try to divert it, but now it's the states that have taken over that mission, apparently. So I don't know what's going to go on with that. Mario Lopez, I have some great pics with the welder's lens. Mario, it can make some awesome pictures. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, man. Damn right. Burn, have a great weekend. You too, man. Appreciate that. I'm scrolling up to look for Jay's comment. Moon was just a silver the other night when I saw it. Just so you know, since you can't see it in Florida, damn chemtrails ruin our view way too much. I believe it. I bet you the chemtrails are even worse there in Florida, especially with the launches. Hey, silly question. You guys, after a launch like that, do you get immediately rain? Does it rain after a launch? It must rain. Definitely rain. You must get clouds, and I'm curious about that. Notice you will never hear or see this possibility through the controlled media. That's how it is, the last Australian. I know it. Peace Messenger, the only one who can save me is me with my choices, is what I believe. And Peace Messenger, I hear you on that one. This is just a meat suit. I love that. Yes, we're just in our meat suits. We're just in a strip of bacon. Good to see so. Thanks, Mix Ma'am. New many people on here tonight. It is Abomination Grows. Bob Nation Grows, sorry. And grows. The love shines, knowledge shared, truth blossoms, love and light is sent to you all. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you, Welsh Warrior. Appreciate that. And where the hell is Jay? The stats. How come I'm missing this? Versus more items sent and deaf, more to come. Hey, are you serious? Julie, thank you so much. Well, I'm going to have to send something back because I do have some little thoughtful things I had thought about. Even that, here's am I going to point to it? Right there. That's a little object that protects me against voodoo, against any evil eye and stuff like that. I said sometimes I'd like send some out to some of you also. Thank you, Julie. And Floyd, you guys, you rock. Bruce, use a welder's lens to film the sun. Thanks again, man. Yes, I tried it, Mario. I have the welder's lens here. I've done it also. Absolutely. I just wasn't able to see the chromosphere with it, right? But with that, we're supposed to be able to see the chromosphere. Willie, Vermont, USA, beautiful, another beautiful place. Let a lot of people around here get to. Thank you so much. Etsy owner. A welding mask works for me, son. Thanks, guys. Go check out my last sun videos, you guys, and you'll see what with the filter, how incredible I'm able to see the sunspots. With a welder's mask, can you see the sunspots? Most likely. Probably. Germany, Peace Messenger, thank you very much. I'm looking for Jay. Thanks again, Peter Benton. Generous contributions, you guys. I'm going to sneeze again. New Zealand also covered in cloud. I read that. Thank you. Hey, Bruce. Starlink sats show up or interfere with your IR cam. I read that one too. Sorry, Jay, man. I can't find the other one. So I can actually, I'm up to 1 hour 30, 1 o'clock 30. Adios. I didn't see it, man. Oh, not even. Même pas un par mois. Thanks, adios. Not even one a month. One a year, bro. One a year. And I stopped even the pasta, bro. I cut down. There's bread now I'm going to start cutting down, and I'm not going to stop. By cutting all that down, I'm going to completely slim down. There'll be no choice. Adding walking with that. Sab the Seeker, happy I went back up. Just popping by to say hello, full day with my little girls. Beautiful with my little girl. Thank you so much. Love to you both. Love you guys. So gotta bounce. Thanks, man. You missed that for sure, what I said, because I was taking so bloody long. Daryl, thanks, guys. I'm so ashamed of that, guys, about the emails. I started out, there's Ed's Emporium. I wanted to say hi. Sorry, bro. There is a lot of people here today, this afternoon. I'm really, really happy for that. Rewatching X-Files, cheese and rice. It's insane. Mockingbird Media. Cheese and rice. Don't tell me about that. It's my friggin' favorite meal. I love rice too. Must have been Asian in my other life. That's so racist, eh? Be Lovering. Thanks again, for being here, you guys. Sprad. Thank you so much. Aliás, excuse-moi, bro. Pas t'avoir remercié, man. Thank you so much, you guys. I have to scroll all the way down, but that's what happens, guys. I miss comments sometimes, but I try to get to them all. KM, thank you so much. Me too, Cripson. I got mine the last time moon was visible and night, and then nothing. It happens, NW. Up and down, eh? up and down the activity here. I've been lucky. It's been lots of activity. I have a robin's nest on my front light. I'm going to have to film the babies. Congratulate me. I'm the grandfather. We have 4 beautiful little birds that's shitting everywhere. No, they're not shitting everywhere. That's not true. Could the colors changing be a result of the pollution? And 100%, Peace Messenger, 100% it could be the changing. It could be climate change on the moon. If climate is changing on Earth, climate can be changing on every single planet in the solar system. So now here's what's worrying for me. Does climate change occur throughout the entire universe at the same time, or does it expand outwards, or is it events, pocketed little events everywhere? That's a hell of a good question. Could the color changes be the pollution in our atmosphere being like a filter for certain gases? I would say you're probably right about that. Or other materials in connection with the change of light spectrum of the sun. Now you touched a really, really good point, an interesting point. It's a domino effect. Anytime there's going to be a change in the solar system, there's going to be an effect. Yes, secret society. They're the ones ruling the earth. It really is a secret society ruling the earth. It's very sad that they want to get rid of us. You know, it's half they want to get rid of, unfortunately. So, but like I said, rest assured, be positive. Here's the problem. We got these guys protecting us, I hope. Pretty sure they are. And the aliens that are up there are not going to permit Earth to be destroyed. So if they destroy us, and here's the scary part, I have to say it. I know I get banned every time I say it, and I get the ads taken off every time I say it. But why do you think that they're not just dropping, making holes and just getting rid of us? The humans I'm talking about, or governments, if they want to break us down. Well, because someone on the outside watching Earth will not allow them to destroy us or destroy Earth. But here's a scary thought. Then I had a thought of the aliens saying, kill who you want, but don't destroy Earth. They would have to do it in a way where we slowly, it's true, without anything showing up. And then actually I got even more scared, several awakenings. And then I said, so wait a minute. The reason we're only approaching 8 billion people, supposedly, I haven't met them all, have met all of you. It's proof in itself that for the past hundreds of thousands of years, they've been getting rid of us, guys. This is serious. Back the plagues, the Black Plague, that was all to control the pet population. Understand? Everything. AIDS, SARS, everything. It's all in the lab. It's all in the lab. Enough said. But it's all fake. So when somebody comes and tells you everything's an illusion around you, it's not that we're living in an illusion. We're living in a physical illusion where all the perception has changed. It's like an infant. If you tell your infant jumping off bridges is safe, the first thing a kid's going to try to do is jump off a freaking bridge. Don't tell them to jump off a bridge. Tell them that the bridge is the most dangerous place to be and you can't jump from the bridge. You won't jump from the bridge. But if we're taught the opposite, well, we're like a bunch of moths, running into the light. Some of us go right into the light. Some of us stay further back, and we're just as dumb. This not that we're dumb, but it's the same stupid event occurring. But we sit there and look at nature and go, nature's so primitive. Nope. Exactly the same. Natural herbs are the best. God bless my mother for that, who introduced me to a lot of that. She's healed ailments with that, certain things with just that, which I believe. Spear thrower, how's it going? That is funny, eh? It's funny you mentioned that. What's this? So there are block events. There are times and periods where events and things happen here on Earth that they either keep away from us or they try to hide from us. The Lion King has subliminal message. It does, even words, and I believe that. It's true, Will. Thanks for letting me know that. It's absolutely true, and it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting that they're doing that to the kids. Disney groomers and everything now. It's horrible what they're doing, and parents are getting pummeled, especially in the States, with all the shit that's going on in the schools. Boy, I'm happy that my kid's growing up and he's not in school anymore. Hey, NW, it's because maybe the software sucks. Don't use it. Go old school, man. That's what I did. I really did do that. I went old school, had my telescope, wanted to set it up, and I didn't want, like, minus the filters. Stacking, go to hell with the stacking. I want to film live the moon to look what it looks like. I've stacked images with the stacking program that came with one of the telescopes, and most of the telescopes that you get when you have the telescope. But then you got to use a camera, and then anyways, no. There's different ways of filming the moon. There really are different ways of filming the moon. Stacking is okay. Let me tell you something. What does stacking do? Stacking makes the exposure even better, and you get things are darker, things are more pronounced, things show up because you're overlaying all these images, hundreds of images over one another. Or you can take an image of the moon and you can adjust the aperture and the exposure and the clarity to be able to get basically the same stacked image. Basically the same thing. Depends on what you're trying to get. I'm not saying don't stack images, but I'm just saying don't go crazy or upset if you can't get the programs right, like I'm doing myself with the solar telescope. Getting worried. No. I'm going to do my old school like I did with a telescope and stuff like that. But it's proof that, you do have to have some competence when you have telescopes and using the telescopes. If not, it shows. I think pretty much it'll show in your work and in your videos when you're showing the surface, because the moon is beautiful from far and it's beautiful close up too, but it's harder to get it beautiful close up. I'm going to be off to make another video for you all. I'm not celebrating here the St. Albertis. I didn't get the pay yet from Google because they decided they're going to keep the money, but I'm going to be continuing to make videos today for you all. I'm in Taft, California, and I can feel the earth slow sliding southwest. That's another thing, David. I love the mask, my friend, my anonymous friend. But let me tell you something. I believe that the ear bopping and some of the dizziness and stuff that we are actually feeling an incredible change with the solar system. Don't forget, guys, tonight, the alignment. We'll be talking about that around 8 o'clock. What I'll do is I'll go get informed to look into space news to see what's new, what happened with James Webb. 5 meteoroids hit James Webb telescope, and the last one that hit it actually busted the mirrors, like one of the mirrors or a couple, or damaged a part of the mirror. But they said, it was made to be even better than it was supposed to be, so now it's just good, is what they said. Is Kai here? Hello, Kai. If so, if not, I'm still saying hello. Oliver Klein, thanks a lot, my friend. So, guys, join us tonight at 8 o'clock. Bring your friends, bring your wine, your beer, whatever you guys want. 420s, everything accepted. Talk about the skies. And we contribute and share ideas, guys. And it does help the channel grow. And me, Julie, in life, I'm not a person that, and I'm not talking about my loving family that's always been there for me, but I'm talking about in general, the people I know. I've not gotten a lot of presents and gifts from people, and some of you writing me the letters and stuff. Regis Drouin, very busy guy from Lac Saint-Jean, comes and contributes to the channel, and I don't get a chance to thank him. So if he's there listening, Regis, I got a beautiful letter from you. I received the contribution on myevent.com. I thank you so much. Guys and gals, thanks for the amazing support that you give this channel. Never be able to thank you all enough. I'm very sorry for the comments that I miss. And if there are any contributions here that people gave contributions that I didn't say thank you for, is unacceptable. And I suggest that you capital letter me on that one. So I am. Thanks for being here. Subhan Kelly. Don't forget your thumbs up for the channel, people. Je t'aime fort, Léo. Je te remercie beaucoup. You guys can check out Elias too, his channel. And if you speak French, even better. He's French. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That sounds like some Dr. Seuss stuff right there, eh? I agree with that. I am. Yep. Humans know absolutely nothing about space. We are an incredible, really evolved race for coming up with really incredible theories. And we're good at assumptions. We could all be judges, right? Like I could put each and every one of you on 10 cases during the day. And wouldn't that be interesting to look at all the different judgments to see how different all the judgments would be? But a lot of people adapt and adjust to be able to do anything, anything your mind is set to do. I believe it. Anything my mind is set to. So, hey, Dan. Happy 420. Happy 420. Yeah, hey, Julie, if I was able to follow everyone's, there's lots of, I get started on some people's channels and then I go see 4 or 5 of their videos and I don't go see someone else's channel. But in general, I try to stay away from, so that way people won't say, oh, you don't go to my channel, you don't go to this. I like going to your channels and once in a while popping in, I love going to Julie's channel with the animals and stuff. Listen, people have interesting videos, and some of you have incredibly interesting videos that I had no idea that most of you were posting. So people around the world have heard of the strange noise being emitted with no answer to where it's coming from. That was the creepiest, the sounds in Japan and China, in England, also around the world, even heard here in Canada, apparently, where it was coming from exactly. What if it's from Earth's mantle slipping and inside across the center of Earth? I even spoke about it at one point. Imagine it's the tectonic plates that are on the verge of slipping because exactly you said the Earth's mantle is slipping. So, well, the same thing actually. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And that the slipping is because there's a lot of pressure. So the pressure that's exerting when it slips, it's compressing more and more when it slips. And, volcanic activity and stuff. Now we have the alignment, the sun. Oh boy, lions, tigers, and bears. That's what's coming. Hey guys, keep eating bacon. It is good for your health. Did you know that, eh? I learned that actually not too long ago. I haven't cooked any in a while, actually. What the hell's wrong with me? That's awesome. Being pulled by an outside force in our solar system. Well, you know what, eh? Milky Way, they just found that big hole in the Milky Way, a big black hole, and it's pulling in light from millions of miles away, and it's going to be pulling in debris, stars, whatnot. That's what we got to do. Maybe that's what the black holes are, just garbage cans, just to pick up leftover star pieces and stuff. I'm going to remain more on to the comments tonight, stay more at the bottom, and stay so I don't miss amazing people like Marcia Claire. The sun I grew up with didn't melt, didn't melt playgrounds. Hell, our slides were made of metal. Yeah, they were hot, but we never got burnt. That's true. That is true. Now, sheesh, it is definitely the sun is hotter. Is it? I wonder, Marcia, is the heat when the hot gets sunner? Oh my God. when the sun gets hotter, when the sun gets hotter, is it actually really making the temperature rise on Earth more than aside from that 1.3 or 1.5 degrees temperature? Like it's hard to believe that if the temperature changes 3 degrees, it'll be like totally devastating. It'll be like 80 degrees Celsius here, in the sun. So that's a bit worrisome. But excuse me, it would also explain why we see people lived in caves here on Earth. Most likely, what the hell is wrong with me? Most likely inside of caverns is why all those veins and roots that go deep inside to Earth, maybe they had to live inside the caves and they were still able to come out to get vegetation and food, but not necessarily live there. It's interesting to wonder why back in the days that they did that. If we have bunkers here for nuclear crap, well, maybe those caverns are sort of antique bunkers. Don't forget, I actually believe that everyone in the past, the ancient ancestors that we knew, were far more advanced than us. That's right. I believe that. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll talk at 8 o'clock this evening. I promise I'm going to try to get a video up between streams for you both. Between both streams, sorry. Not for you both, but for you all. Jason Berezny, as always, bro, thank you. And please forgive me for everyone that I'm missing. Hey, Miss Arrow, comment ça va? Merci beaucoup. Darnell Henson, thank you very much for being here, man. Soon dead Christians will come back to life in new bodies, and alive Christians together will get raptured. Yeah, that's, this is what I want to believe, that Christians, like you say, that everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what your roots are, if you're for good and for the good of people, it'd be nice to think that God wouldn't let us down and would, the ones that are trying to get ahead, at one point that we'd all be together. Darnell, I would love that all of us in the other life meet up, and that we're just, the good people meet up and we just live that way. I think that just those thoughts often is what's keeping us going, keeping us strong and faithful in a higher being. Some people, respect to you all, some people don't believe in higher beings. Some people believe in aliens, but I'm telling you, a lot of what we believe in it comes down to the same thing. Some people are, atheists, but I've talked to some atheist people and I don't know. They believe in these weird things that occur, but sometimes they don't believe, so sometimes people are just afraid of the truth. They deny the truth and stuff. So I love you all so much. I'll talk to you all at 8 o'clock. Julie, Floyd, thanks again for the hat. I know you're going to be annoyed because I'm going to continue thanking you all for it. I love each and every action that somebody does for me. I've not been a person that has had a lot of chances to be around a lot of people and to make a lot of friends, except for being here online, because I've devoted my life now to doing this research. I believe that it's what I was looking for, to try to find out what was out there in space. It started out trying to see where my dad was, and it turns out now, well, I'm just out researching the spirit world because it's ever so interesting. If you have a family member that you've just lost and you're not spiritual, or you don't believe in God, and you think maybe that you're not going to be able to ever speak to your loved ones again, I'm not saying they're going to be coming back physically right now, but they're there to listen to you in essence, because there's different forms for humans. Did you know that? There's the physical form, and there's also the spirit sides to us. I believe that we're all glowing lights, and we're stuck in this, I'll say like somebody said, in this meat suit, some with more meat than others. So for harder hits, I guess. Talk to you all tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. And again, very sorry for missing any of the comments. I know I have. Bye-bye.